The director runs a workshop on physical theatre. There, over several days, a group of people create a structure for an improvised performance. They carefully shape the portrait of the world, the characters, the situations, the mindset and focus. They generate meaning and a physical image, a state of involvement, a sense of time, and an authentic presence, right down to exploring the code of gestures and the nonverbal language of movement. So, what consequences and effects might arise in the shared reality, in the life of a participant, and in the life of the author when such a collaborative creative process unfolds? The author tends towards magical realism. This is a ritual, a pure, magical ritual, which, in a playful or theatrical form, makes it possible to create something like a shared reality, a reality common to all actors, directors, and the audience. The acting out of the script on stage at that moment is a kind of mystery, and at the head of every mystery there is always a deity. It is good if you know which deity it is, or at least can recognize and identify it. You are, in a way, living the life of this god, or that of the participants in their story. In this way, at that moment, you yourself become this god, or one of the participants in the scenario of their life. At the moment you live through this act, this ritual act of magical realism, you take in the full experience of the character you are playing, as well as the complete experience of the scripted situation unfolding at that time. Therefore, during any such ritual enactment, you not only attune yourself more closely to the channel of that god, but also enrich your soul and consciousness with experiences that were previously absent. If this deity is essentially yours, or at least friendly towards you, you might feel you have earned a couple of extra reincarnations and improved your karma. However, if the god at the center of this mystery and ritual is an antagonist to you and your own god, you are setting yourself up for several years of conflict-filled life situations that you will have to face and resolve. That is why it is better, of course, to understand the consequences of this effect. We can often see this theatrical effect in mystical stories, such as Macbeth, where actors playing Macbeth himself, or the three witches, later face misfortunes in their lives. And why is that? Because there was a mismatch. The witches in Macbeth are connected to Hecate, while Macbeth himself is hard to define. Well, he is portrayed as a Christian, but it doesn't really seem that way. And if the actors playing these roles are devout Christians, then by taking in these informational packages, they are, in effect, cursing themselves, which can later lead to misfortunes, even fatal consequences. The same effect, for the same reason, lies behind the curse of the cult classic The Master and Margarita. It is well known that many actors who worked on this piece ended their lives rather quickly and under mysterious circumstances. The reason here is the same. A good actor immerses deeply into a role, and this immersion, deep immersion into the role, immersion into the reality, allows them to absorb the full informational potential of their character and the dramatic situation they are part of. But for a devout Christian, Jew, Muslim, or the like, immersion in such a reality is equivalent to self-cursing, which likewise leads to a rapid shutdown of the program. In this case, the curse works as the destruction of the personality's program. And if the entire personality was built on a Jewish matrix, or any other Abrahamic matrix, this kind of curse can lead to the complete destruction of consciousness. And when consciousness is destroyed, the body soon follows. I very much hope, colleague, that I have explained it clearly.